Hello everyone, I am Captain Storyline, and today we are going to be ranking Transformer Combiner. So watch till the end to see where your favorite combiner could rank. So this is a tier list, and now let's begin. So the big man of all. If you know Transformers a lot, you likely know that our boy Devastator is a combiner. Devastator is a combined force of the Constructicons, who are, as the name, construction bots. So they have lots of incarnations, but I'll go with the basics. Constructicons are really cool bots who are part of the Decepticons. And they are big antagonists of the G1 show, with being responsible of building the Decepticons' structures and stuff, to even being a powerful force among them. Now, what about his designs? So the most notable ones are these two on screen. But you decide first. Did you do it? Good. Yeah, so G1 is, how do I say this? Kind of bland. Oh, listen. Before you click off, the design isn't completely bad. I think it's alright. The thing I think throws me off a lot is how green he is. Listen, I don't mind green at all, but he doesn't look like a combiner. Just look at him. He just looks like he had a growth spurt, and that's nothing. If he had like tires popping out or some sort of construction vehicle part popping out, like an excavator, like the Bayverse version actually has, then he is at least going to be better. But he just looks so boring.
Nothing defeats the Devastator! Nothing!
Are you sure?
If you like this, you're awesome. For me, it's going in Who Are You? As for the other one, this is a complicated one. So I like the random colors on each part. His transformation scene is still one of the best, if not the best CGI I have seen.
Oh.
No surprise, since it took so many computers to finish this thing, and I think some blew up in the process. I like the random colors, and I like the size and detail. But he's not perfect. Just like the other Bayformer Decepticons, he is just a wild animal. He is supposed to be a smart and confident bad guy, yet he is just a giant beast. His roar is awesome though. And also his Michael Bay style of showing his cannonballs were not necessary at all.
I am directly below. Enemy scrotum.
Overall, other than the personality and the cannonball set, he is going in chaos. The big boy. Bruticus is the big Combaticon combiner. He's a powerful force that destroys stuff and he's monstrous. Bruticus design-wise is just peak. I decided to even check his G1 first, and just look at him. He looks like a combiner, like he's so cool. Unlike Devastator, who looks meh. Bruticus is already, like, from day one, awesome.
I'm better. I am better.
He looks great and has a fun personality.
The little Autobot wants to play!
He is a rage machine. His game design goes so hard. He is so fun to play since all your fantasies of wanting to kill others gets made by Bruticus. I like his voice too.
The little Autobot wants to play!
So he is kind of an inconsistent as a character a little. He is a bad guy in the G1 show with Starscream, and later on he became a rogue trying to conquer himself. But design-wise, he is crazy peak. And because of that, he is gonna go in Boss, the Fall of Cybertron version. But the G1 is gonna go in Chaos because the personality kind of changed over time. Okay, so let me get the elephant out of the room first. Design-wise, I think that Menasor is incredible. His personality in the franchise is a lot more consistent than Devastator and Bruticus. He is a big boy made of Stunticons, and he is crazy angry. He actually works the best as a giant because instead of a perfect thought like Devastator or a new personality like Bruticus, he is actually a combined personality. All Stunticons have to be in control of one emotion. So if everyone is strategic, okay, and one becomes either angry or sad, the big guy will malfunction. And I love that. So looking at his G1 version, I can say he definitely looks better than a Devastator, we can all admit. And because he looks like a combiner, and because of his personality design being so consistent, I think he has to go in Chaos. I think just because I haven't seen more modern takes, unlike Bruticus, I didn't get too connected with him. So that's why I didn't put him in Boss. But other than that, he is still in Chaos. And G1 is gonna go in Rise Up because I think just a couple more rendering with the colors and the design could be going to Chaos, but that's the only issue. That's why his Rise Up means improvement can be done. By the way, if you guys have made it this far in the video, then congrats! And also like and subscribe and watch till the end, because at 50 subscribers I will start doing Godzilla related content. So stay tuned for that. So Predaking is seen as the combined force of the Predacons. Predacons are the rivals to the Maximals in the Beast Wars show. While in Transformers Prime, the Predacons didn't truly reach full conclusion, excluding the Predaking, Skylynx, and Darksteel. The only time I remember these beasts ever forming a combination is probably the anime, or maybe G1 or the toys. After that, they just became solo entities. In Transformers Prime, the Predacons were seen as equivalent to dinosaurs, as they were reptilian beasts who went extinct by an apocalyptic event, only to be brought back to life by the logical maniac Shockwave. So design-wise, there are multiple Predacons. So using this combiner, because this video is a combiner topic and Predaking was a combiner at one point, so I would have to say I like his samurai design. He looks fire. The wings, the visor go insanely hard. So he is going in Rise Up because as a combiner, he's very inconsistent. Like I don't even remember the last time he was a combiner. But Predaking as a character is 100% going in Chaos. But as a combiner, he's going in Rise Up because despite how awesome he is and the concept is great, the character just didn't have the consistency. I might handle the Prime designs later, maybe future video if you all want that. But for now, Rise Up. Because Predaking just lost his consistency over time as a combiner, but as a character, he was awesome. Okay, so I couldn't find any personality or that much info on Volcanicus. But all I can say is I freaking love this dude and want to see him return in modern media. If you people don't know who Volcanicus is, well, he's a combiner of the Dinobots. Yes, this dude is a Dinobot combiner. Grimlack is his ballsack. I don't know if it's okay you thought it was made of Volcanicons. Sorry, but those bots don't exist. Or do they? Volcanicus is one of the most underrated combiners since this guy hasn't came back since I think Combiner Wars or G1 for that matter. Please correct me in the comments. So I will rank his design, and despite the concept is cool, the design gladly is awesome as well. He is kind of like Bruticus, where he doesn't look bland like Devastator, but I think other than Game Bruticus and Menasor, he might be the coolest looking one other than Predaking. I want to see a fight between these two. I see a fight between Predaking and Volcanicus. I think it happened in Power of the Prime show us, Power of the Prime series or something. So he's going in chaos because I don't know his personality. I like his design and concept very much, and I'm biased.
I am a caveman! Rhymes with grug.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So this guy is not a bad guy like the others, other than Volcanicus. Superion is the combination of the aerial bots. He was an ancient combiner who was in stasis for eons and was tasked to stand guard over a subterranean reservoir of Super Energon. What is Super Energon? It's a rare thingy that is supposed to be the symbol of hope. Wait. A Super Energon that is the symbol of hope. And blue. That sounds a lot like Drax. He was awakened by Megatron but refused to join the Decepticon leader and joined the Autobots to help stop the Tyrant's tyranny. Design-wise, I think he looks great. He doesn't look bad and definitely better than G1 Devastator. He can fly, that's cool. And is an Autobot combiner. I want to see more of Superion. We need more love for this character, but not as much as Volcanicus. Since Superion at least appeared a lot, he is going in Rise Up. Since he doesn't look as fire as the others and is definitely better than Devastator and is an interesting bot. So this fella is kind of a confusing character. Design-wise, I don't think he's bad. But origin-wise, he's kinda interesting. So, Defensor is the combined force of the Protectobots. They were survivors of the dead Cybertronian colony on the planet Archon, who were found and brought to the planet Earth by the heroic Autobots. In G1. So, like Superion, they joined the Autobots. But in the comics, they were built on Earth by the inspiration of a vision of the future inspired by the Autobot Matrix. My head hurts saying that. In the Dreamwave Productions 2003 comic, they were caught under the reign of the Fallen. Yes, that Fallen. They even fought Devastator, so now, from all of this information, where do they rank? So, as a concept, they are more interesting than Volcanicus, unfortunately. As design, they are better than G1 Devastator. So they are gonna go in Rise Up since they are interesting by ideas. Kind of like Superion. They have interesting backstories, backgrounds and stuff. But they aren't really as good as a design. I kind of like Superion. So I have to say Rise Up. But what do you think? We haven't seen that much of this new bot. So that's why I'm gonna go with Rise Up.
Behind these eyes, one finds only blackness.
These are the eyes of a psychopath.
So Monstructor is the combined force of the Decepticon Pretenders. I don't think it's that Pretenders. It's something different. They were Transformers that hid their robot forms inside biomechanical outer shells, and they consist of Bird Brain, okay, Bristleback, Ice Pick, Scowl, Slug, and Wildfly, to which all combine to form Monstructor, a giant Decepticon combiner whose touch could make metal decay. He's kind of like Rogue from X-Men, but big, scary, and evil. Okay. They made their debut in the Marvel Comics in issue 67, where the Decepticons had won and they were ruled under the leadership of Galvatron. No, not that Galvatron. They were forced to be led under the Dark Energon Addict and couldn't fight him. In the Dreamwave comics, Monstructor was seen as a force so feared by the Decepticons that they thought he was an evil entity like a spirit or something. The fella wanted to be an exterminator of all living things, so Megatron was prime, but freaky basically. In one comic, Monstructor was a prisoner of Omega Supreme. He had a big tough arc dude. But he had a pit of rage after release and wanted to kill Omega, but the Autobot leader actually took him down. So story-wise, Monstructor is the Hulk and Rogue combined with evil. Incredible Rogue. He also looks cool and kind of looks like a robotic monster, hence the name. And I like that. This fella deserves high recognition and is very intimidating and cool, so I have to say he's going in chaos. I haven't really seen that much of Monstructor, but just hearing about it now, studying him, I'm kind of interested about this dude.
Let's roll.
So this is one of the coolest designs and moments in Bayformers history. Jetfire Optimus in the actual lore is a combination of Optimus Prime and Jetfire, while in the Bayverse, Optimus was basically wearing Jetfire's corpse. I mean, that's the least horrific thing he's done, actually.
Go fuck yourself.
In other versions, in the anime, for example, Optimus and Jetfire actually combined into one bot, and yeah, he was cool. This is definitely not a true combiner, but as an honorable mention, he does fall in that category. So he's going in Rise Up because there's lots of issues with the consistency of this character, but he is still, as a concept and design, awesome. And you know what, also, both of them are going to go and Rise Up. Well, I think the Jet Power Optimus Bayverse should go up or in Chaos, but you know what, I'm going to put that in Chaos.
Oh my goodness!
So taking another honorable mention is going to be one of the most terrifying stories in Transformers history, and this is a story of Ratchetron. Ratchetron is a combination of Megatron and Ratchet. So these two were just having a powerful battle together, but then some sort of device merged the two into a two-sided Transformer abomination called Ratchetron, or at least what I call it. The abomination was Ratchet and Megatron fused together with half of their bodies merged into one. The ultimate freak show. I'm kidding, abominations have rights too. Design-wise, probably because of the hand-drawn, it doesn't look that unsettling, but I don't want to see an HD version. So, and the design does what it needs to, is to traumatize you. So this story is very, like, conflicted. Like, there's one point where Optimus Prime even, like, questions whether he should kill the creature or let it live, despite the monster literally grabbed Optimus's gun and wanted to die. So I have to say, this is gonna go in chaos because the story is amazing, the design is so horrible that it really is meant to be that horrible. So that's why he's going up there in chaos.
That is unsettling.
So what is there to say about this dude? Well, he's one of the most terrifying combiners in all of Transformers history. He's very big. He's the biggest combiner ever, and he's the most horrific thing ever. And I've seen a lot of horrific stuff. So in IDW, the 2005 continuity to be exact, introduced us to the malevolent force Devoid from the Dead Universe. So kind of like Lovecraftian horrors with the planet devouring, life draining, and even tentacle thingy. What is with Lovecraftian and tentacles? The entity had convinced Galvatron, again, the other one, using some magic to build a planet-sized portal after coming out of it. Started fusing with every single living thing nearby and started to also kill living things nearby. After this, the entity fused with the heart of Dark Energon, and managed to gain control over almost all Decepticons, and then controlling all of them to combine into the powerful force which will be able to destroy entire planets that Decepticon. The design speaks for itself. It even swatted with the Omega Supreme's rocket module and laid rains of destruction to some Cybertronian landscapes. This thing is wild! I don't even know how many Decepticons even volunteer to be part of this big fella, but I'm guessing 10,000 or something, if I'm right. Cause look at him! This needed something similar. I mean, I just showed you in the opening, and well, that disturbed me, but also made me laugh. Unlike Decepticon, who I actually frightened about. I want to see how they adapt this thing in the movies or something, or shows or whatever. Despite how powerful the Devoid Decepticon was, all it took to defeat this big powerful force was the pure might of the Decepticon leader. So I want more of Decepticon. This guy is such a cool concept and can be utilized for some cosmic horror stuff like that. So because of that, this fella is going places, and those places are boss, even higher than Bruticus. Anyways, that was my combiner ranking. If you guys have your own style ranking, then yeah, let me know what you like. Who's your favorite bot here? Mine is definitely Volcanicus, despite he didn't go that high, but that had to be fair. That's why. And yeah, so this is the tier list I made, and thanks for watching. Sorry if that took so long, the schedules and stuff like that. And I am kind of happy that this has finally been completed. So also thanks to these two YouTubers on screen, I kind of got lots of information of these bots from them. Well, especially this one basically gave me the Decepticons info the most, but check them both out. I'll put it in the link in the description. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and goodbye.